So, Zach, how are you, sir?
Good, man. What's going on?
Talk about our favorite Bitcoin, but we're going to talk about Bitcoin. Is it about to spark a rally? Is it about to move up? I don't know. Maybe. There's one technical indicator that's showing that it might be, but I'm also going to be a little bit of the voice of reason in the proverbial room. We've also got the backdrop. I don't know, a little thing called inflation, Federal Reserve, all that kind of stuff. So before I show this technical analysis component, what is your thought, Mr. Humphries? Do you think Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market is going to rise in the remainder of 2022? That's the question I'll ask you.
So it's interesting, right? Because I think we have two sides to really look at crypto and look at investments. It's the technical side, but then it's the macroeconomic side. I think right now the macroeconomic side is kind of winning the battle. It's more weighted right now than the technical side. But if we can curb inflation a little bit as we get closer to the end of the year, maybe some of the technical indicators, like the one you're about to show, that are bullish, could come to fruition.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I'm looking at it right now. But I think the macroeconomic environment right now is just weighted heavier right now.
Okay, I love that you leaned into that, because I'm going to throw a little bit of shade at you here, because here's
Sure.
what you and I were talking about this morning. I'm going to actually use your example. You told me a story about you went to the grocery store and you
Yeah.
were buying. Tell that story, but before I let you tell it, here's why. I agree, macro, the big picture, inflation, and all this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day,
Hmm.
it comes down to you and I walking into the grocery store, going into the gas station, and the fear, uncertainty, and doubt when stuff just costs more. I think that's the biggest factor out there.
Yeah.
Yes, inflation's creating that, but I'm taking it down to the individual level. So now, with that said, tell the story about you and the macaroni and cheese.
Yeah. So I was telling Austin the story. I went to the grocery store yesterday, and it's just crazy how much things cost. I mean, I felt like I didn't get anything, and then I spent like $110, and I'll be back there in like a week, right? So this mac and cheese I used to get when I was really on a strict budget, and I still budget, but back then I was like, I had to make $50 go a long way, and so I would go and get this mac and cheese. At that time, it was really good mac and cheese, little shells. I think it's like Annie's. I think Annie's mac and cheese, and it's white cheddar, really good. Throw it in there with anything, with chicken or something like that. But anyway, it used to be $1 a box.
Okay.
I used to stack up on this, and these were meals. I mean, that could be a meal in and of itself, and I loved it. It was good. That same box that was $1, and this isn't that long ago. Okay, this is like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, where I used to get a ton of these for $1 a piece. It was $3.29 for one box.
3.3x.
I didn't get a box yesterday, Austin, because of it.
Yeah, no, you didn't tell me that.
I didn't. And I still go to I still look at things like that, and I'm like, I used to pay $2 for that. Now they want $4.50. You know what? I'm not paying that. I'm going to get something else, because it irks me.
Yeah. But
Right.
again, right. And for me, Bitcoin. Yeah. And let's show this real quickly. Right. So Bitcoin, but I think the more interesting story is the box of Annie's, mac and cheese. And I think because a lot of people can relate to that.
Yeah.
But Bitcoin is, for crypto, Bitcoin has just basically crossed back over the MACD line. Well, if you want to know exactly what that means and say this really fast, the moving average divergence, I still got it wrong, indicator, the MACD is basically now it's crossed back over that MACD line, which is again showing that it's indicating a strong indication that Bitcoin could be turning into bullish territory. That's the technical indicator component we want to talk about. But Zach, again, to kind of bring it home, that's what's interesting for me about crypto right here, right now. You have a technical indicator that is there. Here's what it is. And we're talking about Bitcoin, but we're also talking about really crypto in general, right?
Right.
It's there. Here's the hard data. All right, it's crossed over this line. It should be showing it's presenting a bullish scenario, but yet we still have inflation. But yet when Zach walks in or Austin walks into the store, there's still that, man, things are freaking expensive as heck. Or when I go to the gas station to put gas in my car, and which creates what? Fear, uncertainty. And that, or said another way, I'm just, I'm going to hold on to my dollars, and I'm not going to go invest in stocks or go buy $50 worth of Bitcoin. For me, that's the bigger factor here, that we still have the fear, uncertainty, and doubt created by all this stuff. And that's why I love your mac and cheese story, because to me, that's really, truly what it comes down to.
Yeah, a lot of there are a lot of things out there that influence the markets, right? But this is not a normal time period. It's
Right.
just not. This is the worst inflation we've dealt with in the United States in the last 40 years. Meanwhile, we've got a war going on in Europe at the same time. We're coming out of a worldwide pandemic. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff working against us right now. So I think a lot of these technical indicators, which in a quote unquote normal environment would probably come to fruition
Right.
more often than not. But in this type of environment, there's nothing that outweighs what we're dealing with on a macro level right now, and really inflation.
Yeah, and I think to bring this home, you and I talk about this all the time. If you want to be in crypto and you're in, and let's say you want to buy Bitcoin, you want to buy Ethereum, don't try it, not investing advice. Don't try to time the market. DCA dollar cost average in. All that really means is that if you want to put, say, $500 into the crypto market, maybe buy a little bit every day, buy $25 every day or something, buy a little bit of Bitcoin, buy a little bit of Ethereum. And that way you're just dollar cost averaging and you're just doing that over time. I think that because here's what I'll say, and then I'll throw it to you to wrap it up. At the end of the day, everything in crypto is at a discount. Everything is on a massive discount. And if you have a long-term view, right, Zach, of crypto, meaning do you believe that crypto is going to go back up? It's going to go be worth more downstream, et cetera. It's not a bad time to buy. So I'm going to let you have final thoughts.
Great way to end it right here. You ready? I will quote the great Warren Buffett. It's not about timing the market. It's about time in the market.
Ooh, wow. Hat tip.
It's not my words, but Warren, thank you.
You could have said they were your words, and I didn't know that was a quote. All right. So if you're interested in Clear Cryptos, links in the description below. Check them out. Go check everything they're doing out. Lots of good stuff. We'll see you. Bye.
See you guys.